first African American head coach in Michigan history, and I think it says a lot to our university. We have a lot of supporters of Coach Moore, and we have people that are saying that we can't, like, we're not going to let him down. And I could say as a player, we won't let him down. And I just believe that what was it, the second game, first game, right? One of the two, man. I got a bad memory, man. I get hit in the head so much. uh, the 4 games that he was the head coach, I believe that it was a glimpse of his career at the University of Michigan, and I'm ultimately excited for him, and I'm blessed that he's the head coach, and just for him to be a black head coach, it's a beautiful thing because he said it earlier. Nobody else clapped for him. I'm disappointed, y'all. How he said that, regardless of color, being an African American head coach, it shows that that throughout your hard work, that you can achieve anything, and regardless of your color as well, you can achieve anything that you want to, as long as you put your mind to it. Is he over here? Is he over there? Nah, that's my dog.
Donovan, with the chance.
Hmm. Nah, there's nothing different. Yeah, you could, like, personality wise different between him and Coach Harbaugh, but the philosophy is the exact same, and he knows that. It's the same thing with, like most of our position coaches have left, but these new coaches are Michigan man, and they are living up to the standard that we have created here in 2021, and that has been built. So, Coach Moore has been here through the bad times and the good times. So he knows exactly what to do, and he's going to remain humble, and he's going to ultimately succeed at being the head coach of Michigan.
Donovan,
Hey Donovan,
USC.
going back to the Ohio State rivalry with the
I'm
divisions
sorry,
going
boss.
away, how do you feel about the possibility of facing Ohio State back to back at the end of the season like that?
Like I said before, ultimately, you have to play on who's the schedule, and you know, that's a very very talented team, and very good team. So ultimately, you just have to play who's on the schedule, and ultimately too, like, you're preparing every single day to as I've said, our ultimate goal. So
Donovan, USC. Sorry.
yeah, I got it. I'm gonna get to, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Their first Big Ten games at Michigan. What's in store for USC at the Big House when they play their first Big Ten game?
I think that USC shouldn't change their identity. They've had ultimate success of, the school that they have been, even like since the '70s. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a very very long time, they've had success. So I don't think that they should change a thing coming to the Big Ten.
And then what's it like when a new team comes to that venue for the first time? You see fear in anyone's eyes. Just what comes to mind when a new team comes there?
No, I don't think so. Ultimately, you just have to play your brand of football. I'm a big believer in, your preparation will perform when it's time to perform. So I don't know.
Donovan, when you suffered your knee injury a couple years back, did you ever think that that might be it for you for
Mm-mm,
football?
nah, nope.
Growing, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep them rolling.
Sorry. Growing up, what are your memories of watching your dad study at night for school and everything?
Um, I think my dad has a huge impact of who I am today, because my dad was a single father raising 2 kids on his own since I was 2 and my brother was 5. So and it wasn't easy for him. I know that for a fact. Uh, I know it was tough for him because he was still trying to go to school, working 2 jobs, and at the same time raising 2 kids on his own, winging it. So ultimately, I think he did a hell of a job, and I respect and admire my dad very much. My heart is just, it's like, right now it's very, like, compassionate, because I know the struggles that he went through, and the emotional, you could say, like, damage and uplifting now that my dad has had to go through. So my dad is my hero.
How much has education just been in your life, your entire life, impacted?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in always learning anything and everything. So, like, business, or say somebody, like, or like, say, like, automobiles. I don't know nothing about automobiles, but I'll learn something, because ultimately, you have to, we're supposed to not just be a master in one craft, but in many crafts, and I think that for me, it's not just all about school books, but you have to be worldly educated as well.
How much do you and your teammates internalize what people are saying about you? Do you get a sense that people, want Michigan to fail this year?
Yeah, I mean, having people been saying that for a long time from us, like it doesn't bother us. The only thing that we care about is what's in Schembeckler Hall. The people that we see on a day-to-day basis, because they're the ones that know what we go through every single day. So that's the only bond that matters to us. We don't care what naysayers say or what people write about us or what they think about us, or even if they give us credit, because you can always hop on a bandwagon. But we appreciate all the support that we have, though.
How much does Sharon kind of wear that chip on his shoulder? I mean, and kind of use it to kind of motivate players. I mean,
In which way?
just the chip on, the idea that people want to, maybe discredit Michigan or
Nah, I
whatever.
don't. I don't think that he. I don't think that he cares at all, because everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but you don't have to listen to people's opinions. So I don't think that he minds or cares what people say about us at all. Hmm. Yeah. No doubt. I think for all players that we have a great obligation to do, and that's to be leaders on our own team. It doesn't matter what team you're on. I think that everybody has the obligation to grow as a player, and to be humble with to be humble in the situation that they're in, and to ultimately be grateful that EA allowed us to be on the video game. What was the second question? Right. So yeah, so I got a DM from one of the people at EA, and I don't respond to DMs. You feel me? Because like I don't know, I don't know who you are. You feel me? But then one of my representatives called me. He told me that EA wanted to do a deal with you. I said, well, what's the deal? They said you'd be on the cover of the game. I said, ooh. I said, ooh wee. So I had to take that deal. So very grateful that EA chose me to be on the cover of the game, man. I'm gonna go deeper into that question too. I also look at it as a great obligation for me to represent the program, and to be a leader amongst my team, and to do my absolute best every single day to uplift our standard. And my thing too is, like, I want guys to see, like yeah, Donovan has a lot going on for him right now, but you could be in the same situation too. But when you're in this situation, what are you going to do with it? You can either be rude, you could be mean, or you could be a good person. And I want people to choose being a good person. That I could be able to connect to about that, about being on the cover of the game. I'm sorry, one more time. I already answered that. It could be better, but it's okay.
Donovan, how has the NIL kind of changed? You were telling me it's really great you wanted to get to the NFL draft
Hmm.
so quickly. How's the NIL kind of changed that perspective?
For me, it hasn't changed at all, because like I'll stay. Like, if I had to be in college, I'll be in college with no money. You know, I had to. I remember paying for pizzas and quarters and dimes. At one point. So like the money doesn't matter to me. Like, I just want to be a successful person. I want to allow people to be the absolute best person that they could be every single day. So money was not a factor for me.
Donovan, you mentioned that you were struggling mentally, emotionally going into the national championship game. Can you
No, not at the national championship,
not
but
tell me a little bit more then about what you were referencing?
yeah. So like the first couple games, like whatever, like you know, first couple games, but then like come like week 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm like, damn, like the hell is this? Excuse my language, by the way. I'm like, damn, like what's going on? And ultimately, like it's just like it's like all these factors. Like, I'm not getting the ball as much as I want to. Like, I know I'm only gonna go in on third downs. Like, whatever, like. Cause like if you know that you're talented, you prove something already. Like, you will want to be in the game more, which is whatever. Like, I think that that's what shaped me into I am today. But ultimately, I had the choice to, as Coach Harbaugh would say, be better or get better. And I chose getting better. Like, I continued to root my teammates on. I didn't care who was getting the touches. I didn't care who was getting the touchdowns. I didn't care after the Rose Bowl, more specifically. After the Rose Bowl, I didn't care anymore. So yeah, like I just saw a therapist. Mike Hart told me to go see one. I said, "You're right. I should. I need to." And ultimately, I realized I put a lot of expectations on myself, like wanting to get drafted after the season, knowing like, yeah, bro, it might not happen. I put a lot of expectations on myself that I'm not gonna do ever again.
And when did you kind of feel that burden start to come off your shoulder?
I'd say like it was probably like maybe before like Penn State, I believe. I was just taking a knee and like I had a fire back in my soul, which my Ann Arbor people, my Wolverine people know. I told this story. I felt the fire back in my soul and back in my heart. Like the what makes me great. And I felt that back, and I was like, yeah, I'm back. Like I'm back in action.
Donovan, speaking of touches, I asked Blake this question last year. Can you be that 25 carry running back, and what do you have to do from a durability standpoint, and maybe as a yak runner? Where
For
you can
sure.
do that? What do you have to
I
work
mean, ultimately, you have to be durable. So I'm weighing 215 right now. Hopefully, I want to get to like 212. So before the season starts, and I,
What were you weighing last year?
like 203.
Will that make a difference?
You watch the spring game?
Yeah.
All right then. So, hold on. I'll still answer this question. You good. So, yeah, I could be a 25 carry guy. Do I want it? I'll take it if needed to be, but I want other guys to be able to get their touches. I want to be able to, catch the ball too, get like 4 or 5 catches. It doesn't matter, whatever Kirk wants, whatever is best for the team. That's what I want. I could have 25 carries, but ultimately I want Khalil Mullis to get carries. I want Ben Hall to get carries. I want Tybee to get carries. Leon, I want all running backs to get carries, when their number is called on. But to answer your question, yes, I could do it. I'm confident in it. I think I talked to, as a teammate, I talked to Junior Colson a lot more. Different circumstances. He wanted to win a Ronnie Lott Award winner, yeah. And, and he's in the NFL with Coach Harbaugh. So it was a little bit of a different situation, but, ultimately I just had to thug it out. I had to do what was best for me. I had to, dive into myself and see, what's the root of your problems? And I realized the root of my problems, and it's like, how are you going to grow from it? And I think that I'm starting to grow from it. So yeah, I was number 3 at one point. To go back to your question, I don't look at myself as that. I look at our running back room as complementary to all of us. So, I told the guys, I told them I was going to outwork each and every one of our running backs. I told them, and that was my challenge to see, are you going to compete with me? Because I'm going to compete. Like, are you guys going to compete with me? And believe me, they have been competing. But what was the question? The second question, my bad. Oh, right. The rhythm. Hell, yeah, man. As a running back, like, you have to get a rhythm of the game. You don't ask a quarterback, like, hand the ball off 15 times, and now I want you to run I want the receiver to run a post route and cover 3, and I want you to throw it 50 yards. I want you to throw it 50 yards. Like the pass might not be there, like he's not in the rhythm. So, yeah, like, that's not just me. That's for any player in the game. Like, you have to get into a rhythm of the game.
You're not just number one back. You're on the cover of the video game. You're like one of the first dudes. What sort of status comes with that?
Mm, questions like that.
And how do you carry the responsibility of being one of the faces of
Hmm.
the program?
It's just like how I've been talking about, man. Like, I have a platform now that I could talk about what I want to talk about. And my platform is talking about righteousness. Though I'm not a perfect person, I try to do my best to do right. And that's kind of my ultimate goal, is to, uplift God's words in his name unto other people, so, people could thrive and people could, unite as people, and, to be better individuals, and for that to be a repeated cycle. That's right. Shout out to Makari Page. Yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
You mentioned like I, as far as like how special is that bond that you guys made in high school that you
Hmm.
started to
Yeah, so me and Dylan actually just did a deal with Mike Morse. Shout out to Mike Morse. We did a deal together, a commercial shoot, and it was like no loss, like no bad blood, a little chit chat, but ultimately, we talked. I talked to him yesterday, or whenever he was here yesterday, and I'm going to continue to talk to him throughout the season. So it's just a brotherhood and a bond that him and I have. I'm not sure about the other guys. You have to ask that, but it's like Trey Mosley when he was at Michigan State too. Like still talking to him. Lance Dixon when he was at Penn State, still talking to him. Taj Mustafa, AJ Abbott, Wisconsin. Like it's always going to be love, and I think Coach Bill did a hell of a job grooming us to the young men and the men that we're becoming.
What's the difference between Jim Harbaugh and Sherrone Moore?
I just say personality, like just it's just like other people, like might have a different personality than Isaiah over here, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing besides that, personality wise, nothing different at all.
So does anyone have Jim Harbaugh's personality? It's gonna be different from everybody.
I might have a little bit of Jim Harbaugh in me, just a tad bit.
How do you rub off on you?
I mean, he's just a hell of a coach. I talked to him probably like 3 days ago too, so.
Donovan, loaded question, but how do you guys react to Ohio State being favored after you guys won the conference?
That's fine. People always put stuff to paper, but ultimately, it's nothing that we haven't been through at all at Michigan. So, ultimately, we're going to do whatever it takes to win every single game this year.
You guys, there's a chance you play Michigan back-to-back weeks. There's a chance you play them 3 times.
Play Michigan,
Or play
Ohio State,
sorry.
no doubt.
How do you feel about the opportunity of getting that
Last
rivalry
question,
game,
please.
a couple times a year maybe?
Like I said before, you're gonna have to play whoever you're scheduled to play. So, excuse me. Every game that we're going to, every game that we're playing, we're going to take it as, getting better every single weekend, doing our best to win every single football game.
All right, thank you all for your time. We got to get Donovan moving.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you.